Let's have a look at a bank reconciliation statement problem. This problem can be taken in two ways. That is, the problem goes as from the following particulars of Rahim Traders prepare bank reconciliation statement as on 31st March 2018. In the first point, they've given overdraft as per cash book 2500. On the same day, the balance as per bank statement is 1,99,000. So you can start the sum with 2500 and you can get 1,99,000, or when you start the sum with 1,99,000 you should get the answer as 2,500. So the answer is already given over there. We are going to start the sum with an overdraft balance as per cash book. So we've written out the format of the bank reconciliation statement of Rahim as on 31st March 2018 with the headings, particulars, rupees and rupees. Now moving on to the first thing which we have to write in a bank reconciliation statement is the balance. What kind of balance we are going to use? In this sum we are going to use an overdraft balance as per cash book. So overdraft means unfavorable balance. So let's write that down as the first one. So we've written out the overdraft balance as per cash book and the value in the outer column. After this, we have to leave certain space and write out the add items and less items. So here on the whole we have remaining of 4 transactions. So roughly around 6 lines I'm going to leave for add and then I'm going to write less. So the items or the transactions relating to add will come here, relating to less will come here. What kind of transactions relating to add will come is when the cash book increases, shows an increased value, and it will come in the add items. Why? Because we are using overdraft balance as per cash book. So when it's overdraft balance as per cash book, all the add items will have an increase in the cash book balance, whereas the less items will be cash book balance which are decreasing. So depending on this we are going to put the values down there. So let's go and look into the first transaction. The first item is interest on debenture of 700 was received by the bank directly. So the bank receives it directly. So when a bank receives it directly, passbook is increasing. If the passbook is increasing, ultimately the cash book is decreasing. So when the cash book is decreasing, we are going to write it in the less category. So interest on debentures received by bank directly and the amount is 700. See that you write it in the inner column, not in the outer column. Next transaction is amount received by bank through RTGS amounting to 2 lakh omitted in the cash book. So here also the amount is being received by the bank and it is not yet recorded on the receipt side of the cash book. So cash book is decreasing since the bank has recorded it on the receipt side as deposit. So bank passbook is increasing. So since the cash book is decreasing, this item also comes to the less category. After writing amount received through RTGS with bank, put the value in the inner column. Next transaction we have is 2 checks are issued. Issued means they are paid for 1,800 and 2,000 on 29th March 2018. Only the second check is presented for payment. So issued means payment. Likewise, presented for payment means the opposite party has gone and received the money which they have issued as a check from the banker. So only one check is being paid and the other check, the amount remains there in the bank account. Whereas in the cash book, the cashier would have recorded that both the checks are issued. That means issued is payment side. So when you record stuff on the payment side of the cash book, it means the cash book is decreasing. Therefore, cash book is decreasing. So we will record it on the less category. So we've recorded as checks issued but not presented for payment. So out of the 2 checks, only one check is not presented for payment. That is the first check, that is 1,800. So the 1,800 balance alone will be more in the passbook, whereas it has already been recorded in the cash book as paid. So the cash book will be less of balance by 1,800, which is recorded on the inner column. The next transaction is insurance premium on car for 1000 paid by the bank as per standing instruction, not recorded in the cash book. So the bank is paying. So when the bank is paying something, the amount directly is deducted from the bank, whereas a cash does not reflect it. It is not recorded. So cash book remains increasing, an increased balance. Therefore, when the cash book is increasing, you'll put it on the add category. So we got insurance premium paid by the bank. Therefore, the amount is 1000 rupees, which is going into the inner column. Now all the transactions are over. So if we see the add category, we got just one transaction. So you're going to draw a line and put the transaction in the outer column because it's only one. Now draw a line in the outer column after you write out the transaction. Now 2500, which is there as a overdraft balance, add 1000 rupees. So you will get 3500, which you'll write in the outer column. Now moving on to the less categories. So if we go to the less categories, we have 3 items over there. Add all the 3 items and put it in the outer column. So when we add, we get 2 lakhs 2500. So now we are going to get the balance. So depending on what kind of balance we get only, we can write the statement over here. So comparing the balance what you got on top with the amount which you got down. So now this 3500 less 2000, 2,02,500. So when you subtract it, you get 1,99,000. But this subtraction is not possible. Why? Because we cannot take 2,02,500 from 3,500 which is given. So what we do is we flip it over and we cancel it. So the value which we get is a negative balance. So when we have an overdraft balance and we get a negative balance as an answer, then the answer becomes balance as per bank statement. Simple. When you start with a cash book balance, you should be careful. You will end with a bank book balance, a passbook balance. Likewise, when you start with overdraft balance or any kind of balance and you're not able to do the subtraction here properly, you are flipping it over and doing any subtraction. So if you started with an overdraft balance, that will become a normal balance. If you start with a normal balance, it will become an overdraft balance. So this is the concept how you will derive at the final answer for a bank reconciliation statement. If my video was helpful, please do subscribe, comment, like and share.